7-part long-distance walk series. Just behind me is Manningtree station, and it marks the very start of the St Edmund Way, an 80-mile long-distance trail passing through the Essex, Suffolk and Norfolk countryside to end at Brandon. Let's take a look at today's part. Starting off at the train station at Manningtree, the route heads immediately away from the coast and to the riverbank footpath along RSPB Catawade Marshes. This leads me to the spectacular Flatford Mill, which is owned and managed by the National Trust. Continuing west, the route crosses through the rest of the beautiful Dedham Vale area of outstanding natural beauty, passing a small village of Stratford St Mary, and takes a meandering route through the gentle hills around Stoke by Nayland. Passing the village church and continuing further along, my first day ends at the village of Nayland, right on the Suffolk-Essex border, where I rejoin the River Stour and follow it to my overnight stop. It feels really good to get the walking boots on again and head out on another long-distance trail. Much of today's walk follows the Stour Valley path, a 62-mile long-distance route that I completed earlier this summer, but the very start is all new as I pass along the south side of Catawade Marshes. The extensive reedbed is home to some rare wildlife, including many waders and birds of prey. Just up ahead is the spectacular 18th century Grade 1 listed Flatford Mill. The mill was built in 1733 and is now in the great care of the National Trust and made famous by the legendary painter John Constable. A short detour will take you over the bridge and down the lane to see this spectacular building from its most attractive perspective. Just behind is Willie Lott's cottage, another building featured in John Constable's paintings and also Grade 1 listed. The River Stour is keeping me company for the next few miles as I cross into open grazing pastures, past the village of Dedham and into the village of Stratford St Mary. The roar of the A12 bypass is an unwelcome disturbance to the tranquillity, but the noise quickly fades as I head out of the village and continue along the River Stour. As you make your way through Dedham Vale, take care as you pass the larger livestock, as these low-lying fields are the perfect place to graze cattle. The small village of Stratford St Mary is passed before the River Stour is crossed near Stratford Lock. It is here that the route enters into Essex briefly, as the river marks the boundaries of the two counties. The River Stour is good company for a short while, with plenty of wildlife to see, including kingfishers, mallards and other birds. As you make your way further along, the route passes a large lake, and for those with binoculars you might be able to make out some waders feeding in the mudflats. As I cross the River Stour, this is the last time I'll see its gentle flowing waters for quite a few miles, until I reach Nayland at the end of the day in fact. but it's time to experience some of the gentle rolling hills and beautiful countryside this area is known for. A gentle ascent north along Snow Hill Lane allows for more distant views over the surrounding countryside and is a welcome change from the lower walking earlier on. The hills might only be about 150 foot high, but the scenery is simply beautiful and they allow for some of the best views along the whole route. Ahead is Scotland Place, a stunning 16th century timber-framed house and one of many ancient buildings in the area. And it's only slightly further along that you are treated to a superb view over the River Box to the countryside around the village of Polstead. I'm now entering the stunning village of Stoke by Nayland. Nestled 180 feet on the top of a hill, its towering church of St Mary is a real landmark within the Dedham Vale area of outstanding natural beauty. The church itself was built in the late 13th or early 14th century, and only slightly older than some of the other buildings in the village. Just a few miles further along is the village of Nayland, and this is my final destination for today and the perfect place to end a diverse and interesting start to the trail.